Wise guy to make his test pass. This is qualifying round number 2 in the Manasys lane. Great to have the Chicago Wise guys out here today. And did you folks get your Chicago Wise guys t-shirts? I know I did. The brand new 2021 Chicago Wise guys t-shirt. I didn't get my new one yet. I gotta do that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bob Uger's trailer coming down the return road. Why don't you stand up and give them a round of applause as they come by you folks. That is a team that took a hard hit today. And Dino in the Wicked Yoda goes 791, 169 miles an hour. He is your number 13 qualifier as of right now.
Excellent.
So once again, computer issues are causing us to run right lane just to make sure that the Chicago Wise guys' points are taken carefully. And that brings up our next Chicago Wise guy qualifier. They've been racing here over 25 seasons, putting on a show for the fans. And I can't see who's quite coming up here next.
That is the Lyric Whitney machine.
Wow.
I'm watching a little bit of flex out of that car when he was doing his burnout. Not sure who's driving the machine today.
A couple of weeks ago, it was a gentleman named Luke was at the controls of the Camaro.
I think he's driving again this time.
It very well could be, because it looks like Hector's out there.
Carlos is out.
Carlos is out there.
That's the whole family's there.
So here we go. I'm looking through my sheets here to see if I can see if it was Luke. Yes, that's Luke. Luke is driving it today. And he's got a whole bunch of letters in his last name. I'm not even going to begin to pronounce it. Out of Waukegan. Looks like he's on a great pass in that right lane. Wow. 757, 186 miles an hour.
Nice run.
Great pass. The Chicago Wise guys continue to get faster and faster as the years go by, and top end is clear. So now we're going to bring in our next qualifier in the right lane. Once again, our timing system is giving us fits, so the Wise guys, they value their points, and they're running solo in that right lane in this qualifying round for that purpose. The race, the Chicago style shootout. This is the Coker team in the Plain Insane all fiberglass Mercury Cougar.
Found that car in, I believe it was Alaska. And the gentleman that built that body took him 2 years to make it. He used a full-size car as a pattern and made a fiberglass body. It's the only one like it in the world.
Dave out of Burr Ridge, Illinois. 1967 Mercury Cougar. I think the engine's slightly bigger than what it came out of the factory with. Try 765 cubic inches of Ford Hemi. I don't think that was an option in 1967 at the Mercury dealer.
Yeah.
The doors are shut, and Dave gets ready to make his pass in the plain insane Mercury Cougar. Dave puts it in the pre-stage beam. Now, steered away from it, and now goes to the top end ride. 741, 188 miles an hour, throws the laundry out on the top end. Dave makes the first turn off, all good at the top end. You folks hear what I do, the top end is clear. Now I can hear some big horsepower coming up under the tower. More Chicago Wise Guy qualifying. In the all-steel car. Good to have Billy here out of Johnsburg, Illinois. 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle, 540 cubic inch big block Chevrolet, blown on alcohol. And like Mark said earlier, all-steel body, all-built machine. Ordered with the Chicago Wise Guys. Great looking paint job on that car. Always love that. Beautiful 1968 Chevelle. Looks like he lifted way out of it. 738, only 155 miles an hour. Great looking pass from the launch. And Dean Cesario and the Wicked Yoda works their way down the return road. Great to have Dean here. That entire family is full of racers. Dean's very proud of that. Patriarch, here he is, the president himself, Pete Demos with the Chicago Wise Guys. He's been the president of this organization since it was created. Out of Justice, Illinois, Pete Demos making his the second qualifier. Now keep in mind, folks, he won the event 2 events ago, and then split the pot, if you will, at the last event. So Pete has been going rounds with this car and is in the hunt for points. So he obviously very concerned, wants to make sure that he gets every point he deserves to his credit. So they're running in the right lane like the rest of the Wise Guys for their second qualifier. A lot of points on the line, including reaction times even, where they can earn some points. So let's see how Pete is here. He is currently sitting in the number 3 qualifying spot according to my screen. And that may or may not be accurate, but I'm just going to go with it. That's what it says to me. He's currently sitting at number 3, which puts him in the Chicago Style Shootout, the fastest 4.
That shows him currently sitting in number 3 with that 673 from earlier. Pete Demos still sits at number 3. And now I hear blown alcohol come to life behind the tower. And that could mean it's either Chuck Weck or maybe, and it's fantastic to see them back here, the Orsolini racing team. Or Gene Neesmith. Could this be? Yes, I believe it is. It's Gene Neesmith. Gene out of Beach Park, Illinois. Makes the tower shake as he drives by. Out of it and basically aborts the run after that. Not worth it. That wall comes up pretty quick, so Neesmith lifted, and that's his second qualifying attempt. I don't think he's going to be in the show. He's sitting at number 6 on my screen, but I could be wrong once again. This computer's been acting up today. So now we're going to be continuing with qualifying round number 2 with the Wise guys. And with that, you guys can hear the top end is clear, and we're bringing out our next qualifier. I believe this, not going to be Tyler. Maybe I thought it was Tyler Shennick. Oh, that's a big power engine. I can hear that thing behind the tower. Car, that's for sure. Let's see what we got. Yeah. It's Bob Orson. Bob Orson back here at Great Lakes Dragaway with the Chicago Wise guys. Bob out of Chicago, Illinois, 1967 Chevrolet Nova, 521 cubic inch Hemi. Sponsored by Orsolini Welding. These guys do structural welding. I know they do big beams that you put in houses and things like that. All kinds of structural welding. Orsolini Welding. What if it's a relation to the driver? Great to have that team here. It's been a long time since we've seen the Orsolini racing team here with the Wise guys this season. Great to have them back in action. Alcohol, always a fan favorite. Gotta watch the hats on the starting line and see the burnout.
Orsolini. That puts him in the bump spot. Orsolini now sitting number 4 in the qualifying according to my screen. Orsolini just bumped the spot to 689 with a 7. That is your new bump spot according to my screen.
Going for all-time world motorcycle jumping record, 300 feet, the distance of a football field. Twice as far as the world motorcycle.
There we go.
Hospital and on-track. Saturday night comes back to the TIR, the 11th annual Superstar Nitro Championship. Cindy Nathan, the Guinness Book of World Records to be missed this excursion. Corral and a cast of hunters, the biggest summer racing spectacular in Southern California history. This Saturday night.
All right, now it looks like your champion is coming up here, the 2020 Chicago Wise Guys champion, the youngest champion ever in the history of the group. Tyler Sheddick out of Wheaton, Illinois, took the championship trophy from his team. The kid is well known for really heating the highs all the way down to the half-track mark, and he did not disappoint. And now look at this. Arnie the Farmer Beswick trained him how to do that, and he makes him proud every time he sends it back down here. Tyler Sheddick, one of the youngest and yet just craziest drivers in the circuit. Youngest Chicago Wise guy ever. He's got the In Memory of Dan Manisys sticker on the back of the car. And Dan Manisys did have a tremendous relationship with the Sheddick team. I know Chris has Dan in the back of his mind. Every time they make a pass down the track, Chris and Terry had a great relationship with Stacy and Dan. Like a family, no doubt about it. So now Chris checks the wheelie bar height, while Michaela Wassel, Minimax, puts Tyler into the beam. So Tyler's right now, we're showing him at number 8. But out he goes. Uh-oh. And Tyler heard something he didn't like, and look at that. What a professional. He gets over to the right off the bat, and says, I don't know, something might be coming out of the car. So Tyler obviously heard something he didn't like, and he's out of it over against that right wall. They're looking over the track right now. But for him to react that quickly, something not right in the car. And that AES Automotive Engine Specialties horsepower out of Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Might need a little bit of maintenance right here. It looks like something not quite right. Chuck's going to go down there and check to see if